What do we have to do to start a new one?
Yeah, that's what I did. I couldn't rejoin this one. Yeah, okay. I wasn't in here yet, so. Yeah, it's still. Hello? Have one viewer, so.
Yeah, well, we don't know what's going on with, we couldn't do anything, so we restarted. Yeah, we'll give a few minutes for a few more people to join in, and we'll kind of
7 people.
we'll pick up where we left off. So is Fabit in here so we can answer his question, or are we still waiting on him?
I'm not sure. We'll see.
All right. So while we wait, I don't think any of the Mustang stuff was in here.
I think from that back door.
Yeah. So with working on the Kirby Roadster last week, I also worked on the Mustang in between while waiting on parts. So I started getting the 4-link set up, front and all the lower link mount brackets I designed and made, coilover mounts, uppers and lowers, and working on the upper link mounts on the frame side so I can get that all set up. I figured now would be a good time to do that while the trunk floor and everything's out so I can kind of sit in there and work and have plenty of room to do what I need to do. So.
Yeah, we already have more people than last time. So.
Okay. Yeah, so sorry for everybody. We don't know what was going on with the live. It just kind of froze and then we couldn't rejoin, so we had to make a new one. So yeah, I don't know if Fabit's on here yet. I want to answer his question before I forget. But Fabit was asking about welding some 1/8" 60 series, I think T25 aluminum, asking about filler rod and heat. So you're going to want to run about 130 to 140 amps. You mentioned that you're going to be using 1/16 tungsten. For that, I would bump up to 3/32 or bigger. Just that extra AC is going to come through and it's going to deteriorate your tungsten. It's going to kind of erode it. So I would go up to the next size bigger, 3/32, and see how that does. And for a filler rod, you're going to run like a 50-52. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully you're on here and you can see it, since that was asked on the other live stream that took a dump.
I think the back room is cursed.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like whenever we go near the back room, that's what happens, even though we're on the Wi-Fi and I get Wi-Fi in the back. I don't know. We got a Wi-Fi booster and everything. And yeah, it's just a bummer. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, we have 28 people, so that's good. Yeah, guys, we had to restart the live stream, so that's why there's a different one now.
Yep. Yeah, so sorry it was kind of out of our control. It kind of locked up and then we couldn't rejoin and we just had to restart it. So I don't know what's going on with that. And the weird thing is, like, my phone still works on the Wi-Fi, the laptop works on the Wi-Fi, but I don't know. Anytime we try to do anything with YouTube Live on the Wi-Fi, it doesn't like it. Yeah, no questions?
Nothing.
All right. So yeah, like I said in the other stream, not a lot has changed elsewhere because we were busy doing other stuff last week. So I'm leaving Wednesday morning to go to California. I'm going to spend Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, and Friday working on the 61 MGA, starting to put it back together, get it race prepped for the 2025 land speed racing season. So I have to go out. I think we're going to do, I don't know where my notebook went. I got to put a new chute on it, get the fire bottles recertified, new belts, get the seat bolted in, bleed the slave cylinder, belly pan, put the exhaust back on, and just a once over. And if there's enough time, I'm hoping we can get it out and I can drive it around the parking lot a little bit and get used to it. I'm not very good at driving right-hand drive stuff. My left hand doesn't like to operate the shifter, so I'm going to have to learn how to drive a 6-speed manual with my left hand. So the more seat time I can get with that, the better I'll feel about it. And I'm hoping if there's time, I'm going to run over to Stand 21, pick up my suit if it's done, and I got to stop by Chip Foose's shop if there's time, and check out a Duesenberg project he's working on. So it's going to be a busy few days in California.
Refresh my memory. What powers the land speed car?
Which one? There's a few.
I think he's talking about the
red car?
red.
Uh,
Well, not the red car. Maybe the green car.
I don't know. We'll just go through all of them. So the red car that's in the office, it's powered by a flathead V8. It's a 304 cubic inch stroker. Yeah, so this one has the flathead V8, and then the white car in the back, we're not going to go back there because the back room's cursed. It has a 2.2 Ecotec turbocharged race engine that came out of George Poteet Streamliner, and then the 61 MGA has a supercharged Coyote in it.
What alloy do you use for body panels, and what filler?
I guess that got cut off. I guess we got cut off real early in it.
Yeah.
So body panel stuff, when it comes to aluminum, I like to use 063 3003 H14. The 3003 H14 is a half hard alloy. It shapes really well, it welds really nice, and it's pretty rigid. And then to weld that, I like to use a 1100 filler rod. The only thing you have to be careful of is if you're polishing the car, the weld seam with 1100 will be a different color. It shines up a little bit different, and it's just a different color because it's pretty much pure aluminum versus an alloy. You can cut strips of the parent material and clean it really well and use that as your filler material if you're worried about seam discoloration, but you'll still get a little bit of a variation in color due to the welding process.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it cut off that early then, because we were just right outside the door.
Yeah, I don't know when it cut off, but
Yeah. I don't know, because on our end, it just kept going and it didn't say anything.
yeah, it said the live stream's still good.
Yeah. I don't know.
We want to talk about stuff in this room?
I don't know. Yeah, let us know what you guys want to see, because I mean, I see this stuff every day and Dom sees it, so we don't know what you guys are interested in seeing. I don't want to just talk about t-shirts and hats and that kind of stuff, but I mean, we've got tons of stuff here, tons of stuff out in the shop, and you know, it's our Monday question and answer, so everything goes smoother when you guys have good questions for us to answer.
Will this thing ever run again?
Probably not. So this one's never ran as it is. I built a chassis for a buddy of mine. When was it lettered? So it was lettered in 2010, so I think I built the chassis in 2008. And then he put everything together. It's just a hollowed out small block, and he never fired it up. He's got a new engine for it on the stand, and he didn't have enough room to keep it at his place, so
Very cool.
yeah.
What about the one hanging from the ceiling?
That's another one that's,
Just a frame?
yeah, just a frame. It just ended up here. It's kind of a complicated story, something I won't get into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, what other questions you guys got?
The video cut off after that question, but I didn't have a chance to write it down before the video ended. Thanks for going over again.
Oh, no problem. And like I said, I don't know why it cut off when it did, because we weren't in the back. So
Yeah.
maybe the back room's not cursed. Maybe just the whole building is.
You're breaking up. No, Dennis, don't break up.
The audio's breaking up or the video's breaking up?
Here, we'll hold this again.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn around. Hopefully the video's not breaking up, because if not, I don't know what we're doing. So yep, I'm hoping to get some of these customer cars out of the shop this year. The goal is to get the convertible wrapped up. I just got to do the other taillight panel on the quarter. So that's on my list this year, and the Model A sedan is on my list. So those are some of the things that I'm planning on getting out. And these are all longer term projects. You know, like the Mustang and the convertible and the Model A. They take so many man hours, and a lot of it comes down to the agreement I have with the customer and budget. So yeah, not everything's going to get done super quick, because there's a lot of variables that go into it. But yeah, those are some of the stuff I'm planning on getting out. I'd like to get at least 3 cars out of the shop this year.
This is the new live? Yeah. The old one just gave up. I don't know. And we couldn't resume. It just kept going on and we couldn't resume, so we had to make a new one.
Yeah, what was the question after if we're going to get any of the customer cars out?
I already said it. It was the video cut off after that question.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Fab joined, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know.
You want to talk about your pants again?
We'll talk about them later.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't know where it kicked off, so we'll save that till the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
What's this headlight from?
what was that?
What was this headlight from?
So it's a fog light off of the Kirby Roadster. I have to make a rock shield for it because he keeps breaking the lenses. So I'm waiting on some woven stainless mesh to come in. That's pretty thick gauge, and I'll make a rock guard for it.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
On my new, I just picked up that CT I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool. If you show me how to do that, and maybe
Yeah.
I can make one. No other questions right now.
Yep, no other questions. Yeah, and like one thing, like with the guy that I asked about customer cars, it's kind of weird because I think a lot of people think that I don't get a lot of stuff done, but
You get a ton done. Like, just a Mustang, like,
Yeah.
all that suspension stuff, you have to custom make all that.
yeah. Well, and like the thing too is like the Mustang's a good example. Like it came in and it took me a long time to tear it down to get just a windshield frame and rockers on it. I mean, those were the only thing that's left that's original. And, we started putting everything back together. I had to design a chassis and design the front suspension, get all that stuff put in and fix the quarters. And then we took a little over a year off on the project because the client had some stuff going on in his life. So that was just on hold. The LaSalle I haven't worked on in a while because he'd had some personal stuff come up. So it's tucked over in the corner. And I know a lot of times it looks like the same stuff just sits in the background, and it does. But that's the thing with longer term projects. They're longer term. And there's only so many hours in a day and only so much of me to go around, because I'm doing frame rails, I'm making Mack truck fenders, I'm making roof inserts, door skins, keeping up with everything else going in the shop, long-term project, kind of on a rotation. And if you haven't seen how I do it, we try to keep to what the client's monthly budget is. Like, granted, I don't have it written on the board, but I break it down into week work ranges. So we had the Mustang last week and the Kirby Roadster, and I had quick speed shop rails, and then those other rails plus a photo shoot, and then next week, that's this week, I was going to try to be on the convertible, but I'm going to California, so I'm going to push that back a week, and then I have to do a roof insert as soon as I come back, and then we've got the Model A sedan and the Indy Roadster in the back, and then we have a metal shaping class. So I'm just busy all the time, and I keep up the best I can, try to keep everybody somewhat happy, but yeah. And a couple of the longer term projects, those are still left over from when I had employees. We had 30 cars in the building, and then I got rid of all the employees, and I still had to work through all 30 of those projects. So a couple of the customers, they were good with it and said, when you can get back to it, we'll get back to it. But just trying to keep up with everything it's a full-time job in itself.
Hey, Mike, are the sweeps like you have on the wall a real necessity? If you aren't building a ton of parts like you are, is there another reliable way to measure shapes?
I wouldn't say they're a necessity. They're really nice. They're really good for a lot of low crown stuff, but if you don't want to have the investment, I don't know where the little one is. You can get an adjustable radius gauge or an adjustable contour gauge like this. This is a long one. The small one's over here. I think they're at less than a couple $100. And then you have one gauge. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's right here. Then you have one gauge that you can match to any radius. It's nice when you have something that you can check this against. But if you're creating shape from nothing, like say a roof insert, where you have, point A and point B on one side or the other, and you're trying to bridge that gap into a negative space, it can be a little bit more of a challenge. I wouldn't say they're a necessity, it's just really handy to have.
Have you ever ordered from or seen McColl's? They have a lot of different woven steel.
I don't think I've ordered from there.
McNichols, yeah.
No, I haven't ordered from them. I think what I got was just small discs from McMaster-Carr. They seemed reasonably priced, and they were already cut into a circle.
What gauge steel do you use for under the hood compartment panels for bead rolling?
Most of the steel sheet metal that I use is going to be either 18 gauge cold roll or 19 gauge draw quality. I don't really get into using a lot of 16 gauge stuff. The only exception to that is if I'm making a firewall or toe boards, just because I want to protect your feet. So that's really the only exception. Everything else is going to be 18 or 19 gauge.
It's the little things that take time.
Yep.
To set up for the job, putting the car on the jig, or rotisserie is time consuming.
Yeah, and like the thing, like we were talking about it is, I don't know the person that asked the question about the projects, but you're talking about cars that take 2, 3, 4, 5,000 hours plus. So you break that down into a 40-hour work rotation, and we do that 12 times a year, that's going to take a long time. A lot of these shops that produce a 5,000-hour car in a year or two, they have 4 or 5 guys on it full time. A lot of my customers don't have that kind of budget to where they can afford $20,000, $30,000 a month. So I really try to work to people's budgets to get them what they need. It just tends to spread that timeline out. I've had customers that their budget is $1,000 to $1,500 a month, which is a lot to a lot of people. But when you break it down to $120 an hour labor rate, you're talking 10 to 12 hours a month. On a multi-$1,000 or a multi-1,000 hour project, that's going to take a really long time when you're hitting it for less than 15 hours a month. So some stuff just takes longer, and it just is what it is.
Fab, it's back. Did I miss my answer?
Yep, but we'll do it again real quick. So welding 1/8 inch aluminum, 60 series T25. Up your tungsten size a little bit. The 16th is going to erode a little bit due to the higher amperage and the AC. So go to a 332nd or thicker. You're going to run about 130 to 140 amps and use a 50-52 filler rod.
That's all the questions right now, but
yeah. Yeah, and I was really surprised. Like, I've been waiting for our LTL carrier to come pick these rails up that are going to Idaho. So we got to get those going. And
what about these fire hoses? You making bags?
Yep. So I make, well, they're like these. So I use fire hose to make these dead weight shaping bags. So it's filled with lead. And I wait till the local fire department retires hoses that they're just going to pitch, and I'll go down and grab them. And that way we can kind of reuse and keep that stuff out of the landfill. So we got a couple rolls of fire hose, and I started cutting them up. Yeah, so here's...
What do you use to cut them?
I use the Beverly shear to cut it. So I just lay it out. I usually cut them in 24-inch sticks, and then rough cut them, and just sit them on the shelf until we're ready to use them. So we're doing that.
Can you build rails for a T-bucket?
Yeah, I'm sure I could. All I'd need is the dimensions you want.
I was watching an interview with the car show here in Australia. They said there was 2,000 hours in buffing and polishing. That seems like a lot, but...
Yeah. Well, I believe it, because stuff is super, super time consuming. And a lot of people don't get it. There's multiple levels in this industry. You get the guy that's like, I can build a whole car in 80 hours, or you get a guy that's 10,000 hours in. There's polar opposites on this spectrum. And everywhere in between. Like for me, I only put out the highest quality I can. I don't cut corners, and that's the type of clients I go to. I won't sacrifice the quality I'm going to put out to meet somebody's budget. So I'm not the shop for everybody. I did want to talk. I got these cool new clamps today that I'm excited to try out.
Those are
Already,
different.
already covered in dust. So I saw these in the little Matco flyer, and like these are an edge clamp, and you can go around rosette welds. And like this one, you can clamp over a piece. So I just thought they were neat, and this is like a sheet metal 90 corner.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
different.
yeah. I'm real big into clamps, so yeah, there's a little mini one. So excited to try them out. So I thought that was neat when I saw it in the flyer, because usually on the tool trucks you don't see a lot of sheet metal stuff. Usually it's just auto mechanics. So yeah, I like those little clamps a lot, and I'm gonna hopefully put them to good use.
If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right.
Exactly. Yep. I'm not the kind of guy that'll cut corners, and I'm always trying to put out the absolute best quality I can.
That's all our questions for right now. But
Yeah. How are we looking on time?
we're at 38,
All right.
5:38. So
Yeah. How many subscribers or how many?
How many viewers?
Yeah.
63.
All right. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and announce the giveaway winners. That way you don't have to wait till the very end. But we'll do that now. And somebody say something, or just me being an idiot?
No. What do you use the fire hose for?
The fire hose, we make dead weight bags. So like you can lay this on a panel, clamp the end, fill it full of lead shot, and it's like a long shot bag, and you can use the weight. So yeah, we'll do the official announcement of our class giveaway. And if they're not watching, that's all right. We're going to send up a follow-up email after the live or tomorrow. So it was really cool. We had like 971 entries, which just blew me away that there was that much interest between the entries on the web store and signing up for the newsletter. And I think we've got like 700 people on the newsletter now, which is super awesome.
Yeah, I remember we just had like 300
Yeah.
not that long ago.
Yeah, so I want to thank you guys for signing up for the newsletter and everybody participating in the giveaway. These are always really good. It gives you a chance to come to an event and not have to pay full price for the class. And contests are always fun. So should we start with first place, or should we start with third place?
Let's start from third place.
Start from third place. All right, so the third place winner, they're going to get a hat, so they can go on the web store and pick out a hat, and we'll ship it to them. And that is Ray Cole. So I don't know if you're watching, Ray. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, Ray Cole, you're the winner. And if you're not watching, again, I'm going to send you an email and just verify. So that's exciting. And second place is a t-shirt and a hoodie, and that is Terry Brown. So Terry, if you're watching, let me know the size and logo of the shirt and the hoodie you want, and we'll get that coming your way. And so now the big first place winners. So we had 4 first places, and each one of our winners will get a free entry into one of our metal shaping classes in the future. So those winners are Rob Hader, Joe Leffel, hopefully it's Leffel and not Leffel, Amanda Hamilton, and Phil Alexander. So those are all the winners on the class giveaway. So I think Phil's watching.
Yeah, Phil is watching.
Yeah, so congratulations, Phil. And we'll go through the first place. We'll go through all the winners again. So first place class winners is Rob Hader, Joe Leffel, Amanda Hamilton, and Phil Alexander. Congratulations to the winners there. And then our second place for a t-shirt and hoodie is Terry Brown. And third place will get a hat, and that's Ray Cole. So again, thank you guys so much for participating in the giveaway, and congratulations to all the winners.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, especially because Phil's watching.
He's excited.
Yeah, good. And the interesting thing, I'll throw Phil under the bus a little bit. He'll be here in a week and a half, 2 weeks. He's actually taking our class in March. So that'll be exciting. He'll be here, and he'll have the opportunity to take another class in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, questions been piling up.
Good.
I don't want to cut corners, but I'm struggling to find customers that don't want to pay for quality. Sometimes I have to work for free just so I don't cut corners.
That's a tough one. The brutally honest answer or solution to that is find better customers. You're just going to have to put your foot down. And the way I kind of look at it is it's brutal and it doesn't sound good, but you're in business to make money. You're not a charity. I look at everything as being in business. I am exchanging minutes or hours of my life that I have a finite amount and I will never get back. So you're going to pay me for them. You have to do stuff for free if you screw up, but like look at lawyers. Lawyers are not going to give you 1 second of free time. Doctors are not going to give you 1 second of free time. What we do is different, but we need paid for it. Better customers will come in time. It's a struggle, but I'm not going to advocate for giving your labor away for free. If anything, do a discounted rate, but I would put your foot down and just say, hey, if you want this done right, it's gonna take this. If you don't want it done right, I'm not the shop for you. That's just tough.
Yeah, that's something too. Is most people would cut corners. Like,
Yep.
yeah, all right, well, I guess I can skip out and do it and make it look nice, but sacrificing your time just so you put out good products is.
Yeah, because that's the thing is I forget how the saying goes about the sting of expensive work or the sting of poor quality will outlast the sting of expense. I don't know how it goes, so I'm embarrassing myself like George Bush did. But yeah, like your quality is all you have. If you do a bunch of jobs that you're going to try to help the customer out, what's going to happen is you're going to cut corners, something's going to happen, and they're not going to remember that they wanted you to cut corners or that they didn't want to pay for it. You're going to be the villain, and that is going to tarnish your reputation. I've done it. I've had to put up with early in business, trying to do the same thing, cut corners to try to make the client happy, and it has always come back to bite me later in life. I think you should stick to your guns, put out the best quality possible, and if that customer leaves, there's always going to be more customers behind them that'll be willing to pay for the work. What else you got?
Do you ever have to use body filler?
I don't use body filler because I don't do any body work here. Like the work that I do, it's not metal finished to 100% to where you're not going to need some kind of filler. Most people don't want to pay for that. So I try to get to about 85 to 90% to where it's still very respectable, less than a 1/16 of an inch of filler in spots. Most of it will be high build primer. But it's so expensive to go from 90 to 100%. You're talking, the last 10% is 90% of the work. So that cost is not there, or most people don't want to pay for it. I wouldn't say I'm cutting myself short because the quality is still really nice. And let's just say that I metal finish these fenders and they're absolutely perfect. They don't need a spot of filler or a spot of primer. It goes to a body shop, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to run over it with 36 grit and they're going to wipe it end to end and block it. So all of that time and all of that effort are going for nothing because the body shop is still going to skim it. And that's just how it is. So if a customer wants me to metal finish it, I will, but getting to 90% is good in my book.
You love your tools. You may be interested if you're in the Philly area. Let me know. That's from Dennis.
Yeah.
So maybe he has some tools for sale.
Yeah. I don't get up that way a lot. I go to like Jamesburg, New Jersey a few times a year. So I kind of, what is that, maybe 45 minutes out of the way to go to Philly. Just get off the PA Turnpike and head south. So next time I'm up that way, if I remember, I'll definitely hit you up.
Only 11 likes. Come on, guys and girls. What was the block they used in the bead rolling an X? Seen the video yesterday. What block can I use on a 1/16 steel?
What was it, a wood block?
What was the block you used on the bead rolling an X?
So I make these little formers I don't remember the video now.
Probably something like
Well,
that.
that was on the Pull Max. So if it was on the bead roller, I don't know. I don't want to give you the wrong information because I don't remember the video. So if you can elaborate in the comments there and let me know a little bit better about what I was doing with the block, but for now, if there's another question, we'll ask that.
Okay. 33 years in business here. I have stopped giving away time and undercharging years ago. I work more than ever and a lot better clientele.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the thing is, if you do cheap work and you accommodate people's budgets over quality, they're going to tell all their friends. I get that all the time, like, how much is it going to cost to do this? And we'll just say it's $100,000. And I'm like, well, my buddy will do it for 20. Have at it. And then 99% of the time they'll come back and it's screwed up. And then it's going to be 200 grand. I'm not in the business or the mindset to fight other people to the bottom. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be the next Chip Foose or Troy Trepanier. Like, they do amazing work, but I don't want to be on that. I don't want to be on that level, and I don't want to be on the stage and chasing trophies and dealing with cars of that caliber. I just want to live a good life, pay my bills, and build race cars. But the biggest thing is I want to do the best quality of work that I'm capable of doing.
I work in a country town. My customers come from 100 miles away when they have plenty of other options closer in their own city.
Yep, and that happens. Like, I think the only local guy is the guy with the convertible. And he went to 3 other shops before it came here. So don't be afraid of your location. The work will come to you.
Good quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to. I think that's what I was trying to say, but on the other side.
Yeah. To not overlap the X, rolled to the center, put block inside, and hand hammered the rest, thinking it was aluminum block.
I think when I did that, it was probably, I laid a piece of round bar in the X to connect the two, and if I'm remembering right, because that video was a long time ago.
This is the one that did really good.
No, that was a different one. And I think I might have used this, which is just a 3/4 by 3/4 steel bar, and then I could put that in the corner and drive that in. See if I got an X piece over here. Hopefully I'm remembering that video correctly. Man, I bet that was five years ago. I don't have one. There's one with an X. So you could lay a piece of like steel half round or round bar in there, and then you could take that and strike it in the corner to crisp up that corner of the X. Hopefully that's what I'm remembering on that video. But like I said, it was a really long time ago. And I'm lucky if I can remember what I had for lunch.
It's a kit for sale with cornering tool.
What?
It's a kit for sale with cornering tool.
Any other questions?
Other than just people talking about value. There's a big difference between expensive and value. Expensive hurts, but value becomes an heirloom.
Yep, and it does, because, man, I wish I remember what I saw. I saw something earlier about, I don't even remember. It was something about value versus expensive. And it's, something is, or it costs a lot. Something like that, but they were talking about something that costs a lot versus that is expensive. The cost is incurred by labor, and that's what's here. It costs a lot because it's very labor intensive. It's not just a tangible product that is expensive. There's a lot of hours and blood, sweat, and tears that go into creating what's created here.
Yeah, it's like IKEA furniture, not very expensive, but not very good quality.
Yeah. Well, and you have to do all the labor.
And you have to do all the labor.
Yep.
So, that's all of the things we have right now.
Yeah. So I will talk about the pants again, in case that cut out. Hopefully it's not too spammy. But we have partnered up with 1620 Workwear, and I've been wearing their 1620 work pants, which I really like. So yeah, there's a sticker. And been working with them to set up an affiliate program. So last week we had somebody ask about a discount code, if we could get that in the works. So we did. So our discount code for 1620usa.com, if you type in Cornfield 10, that'll save you 10% on their website. So I'm trying to pass on as much savings to you as I can. So working with them, check them out if you're interested. I'm really happy with the way they're holding up. Worn them a bunch, washed them a few times. They're really comfortable. I told Dom the only thing is I'm short, so I'm going to have the bottom hemmed. But that's just nothing with quality. That's just me being short. So yeah, so check them out if you want. Again, the code for that is Cornfield 10, and that'll get you 10% off at checkout. And we'll zoom in on this again, but the website is 1620usa.com. And I'll put eventually I'm going to do some posts and stuff on Facebook and Instagram with that code too, and some direct links. So check them out. They're a US company. Everything's really nice and durable. Looking forward to working with them in the future. It's nice to have some good workwear here since I shred jeans and other work pants. So looking forward to that.
We got 7 minutes left.
7 minutes. So 7 minutes of heaven. Give us all your questions.
What's the best kind of hearing protection to bring to your class? I use muffs and plugs depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah, if you bring some good earmuffs, like I like Walker. They're like for shooting. They work really good. A lot of times I'll be working in the shop and I'll have wireless earbuds with earmuffs over, and it's pretty good. One thing that I'm looking at is when I was down at Fuller's, there was a guy there making custom molded earplugs. So these are my molded solid earplugs. And he took molds, and I'm thinking about getting custom Bluetooth speaker molded. I don't even know how to describe it, but they're custom molded to my ear, and they'll have Bluetooth in them, so it'll block out all of that stuff.
How much better is that over like an orange one?
I think these are a lot better because like I can put an orange one in and I can still hear stuff around.
Yeah.
These, it's scary how quiet they are.
Yeah, that's why like
Yeah.
I pair noise canceling headphones, but sometimes that's not even enough.
Yeah, because like that's the good thing is, it fills that void completely in your ear canal, and then I won't have to have the radio on as loud because it'll be blocking out a lot more of the bad noise. So I think I'm going to look into getting that company. I should have looked at it. Fit Ear. I'm going to talk with them. They made these for me and my molds, so I'm going to talk to them and see what they cost to get custom fit Bluetooth earplugs.
Hey Mike, how's the Bonneville Roadster coming along? Any new progress? Thanks guys.
Nope. On the white Roadster, I've just been so busy I haven't had a chance to work on it. I think a couple weeks ago I talked about ordering all the AN fittings. I haven't even had time to sit down and call Fragola to even work on getting that stuff coming in. Just been trying to get a bunch of stuff done in preparation for going to California and the racing season starting. So I got to get a bunch of stuff kind of knocked off the list.
Do you still look at other guys' work and compare/judge yourself to them, or does that go away in time?
So I look at a lot of people's work, and I hate to say judge or compare myself, because I try not to compare myself to other people, because that can put you in a negative headspace. So if you look at other people's work, you have to look at it as a positive, to where if they can do that, you can do that. You can't look at it and be like, oh, their work is so much better than mine. I see people like Adam Banks and Josh Bullock that we talked about last week. I see their stuff and it is phenomenal. I couldn't be happier for them that they can put out that type of quality, and I strive to do that, but I'm not hard on myself, because I know as long as I keep doing the absolute best I can do, I might get there. And if I don't, it's just not meant to be. There's nothing wrong with looking at other people's work and striving to be at that level. Just don't use it as a tool to put yourself down. This is hard enough as it is, and if you're putting yourself in a bad headspace because you're constantly comparing your work to others, it could be really detrimental. So just be careful with that, but I do look at other people's work and give myself something to strive towards.
Yeah, comparison is a theft of happiness.
There you go.
It's like one of my biggest quotes.
Yep.
Hi from the Czech Republic.
Hey, welcome.
Yep. It's possible. Is it possible to say how much your metal class shaping class costs?
Yep. So our normal 101 style metal shaping class, they're usually $800 retail, and that's a Friday night, all day Saturday. They're on our website, so you can go to Cornfieldcustomsltd.store, check that out. It has a basic syllabus on it and the cost and available dates. So that was the cool thing with the cost of with the giveaway is, you could, I think one guy, he bought a t-shirt and a t-shirt and a hoodie and he had one entry and he won. So, I mean, that's a really good, a good thing that you didn't have to spend $800 to come to the class, but he won one by joining the contest.
I love watching other people's work. It gives me inspiration to do better.
Yep. And that's what it's for. I think just with the way social media is in the world today, everybody's constantly comparing themselves to one another, and it's not always good. So using it as inspiration and a tool to better yourself, absolutely.
Took your advice on burnout. I had it bad, but it's getting better.
Good. Yep. All you can do is push through it and take one day at a time.
That's all we have for right now. We got through most of them, but we only have 2 minutes left. So.
All right. So 2 minutes, we'll go over our class winners again in case we have a late arrival. So the first place winner we had 4 first place winners, and each one of them gets free entry into one of our upcoming metal shaping classes. Those winners are Rob Hayter, Joe Leffel, Amanda Hamilton, and Phil Alexander. So you guys will be getting an email here shortly, probably tomorrow. Just following up. Second place will be a t-shirt and a hoodie, and the winner was Terry Brown. Third place gets a hat, and that is Ray Cole. So again, congratulations to everybody that partook in our class giveaway. I think I'm going to try to do some more over the summer, just because they're always fun. Everybody likes a contest, and we'll try to do that. Check out 1620 Workwear. It's 1620usa.com. Check out their stuff. Use Cornfield 10 at checkout. That'll get you 10% off your order. So check them out. And if there's any last minute questions,
We got 30 seconds.
30 seconds, get them questions in. If not, we're going to wrap it up.
I love how you explain what you do and why you approach the shaping that you do.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I found that I've learned from people that are both better than me and some that are worse.
Yep. Yeah, you can always learn something from somebody. And you got a good video coming out this week on more Mack truck stuff, right? That comes out Thursday?
That comes out Thursday.
Yep, so stick around for that. We've had some good feedback on the Mack truck fender video series so far, so make sure to check that out.
People want them coming.
Yep, and make sure to like and comment. That'll really help the channel grow. So any last minute questions or comments?
2 last things. Thanks again for the contest. Congratulations to all the winners. That's from Dennis. And sadly, I didn't win, but I was the best looking guy at work the other day in my Cornfield Customs t-shirt.
Well, thanks for that, and glad you like wearing it. I like the support from wearing my gear out in public. I guess we will see you next Monday when I get home from California. Hopefully we get some good content from there, and hopefully we get some good videos and pictures from the photo shoot from last week. So, you have anything to chime in, Dom, on that? On anything so far?
The picture should be really good. The one you showed me, this should be pretty cool.
Yeah, so we should get some good stuff.
All right. One more thing.
All
Will
right.
you show the wire edge on the fender?
Yeah. Like when we get there, we'll do it, because did I forget to film it last time?
No, we got a video on how to wire edge.
Yeah, so check out the video. We have a full video on it.
Do you have the other fender? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's show them real quick.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see, but it just wrapped around.
Yep, wrapped around the wire. And check that video out for the step-by-step process. We might do another one when I get to that point on this fender.
Sorry, I meant getting on the buck. There's a how to wire edge video. Watch that. If not, we can record another one.
Yeah.
So.
Or was he talking about how to put the wire on the wire I used on the other buck to lay out the edge?
Sorry, I meant getting on the buck.
I don't know.
Everyone saying thank you, Dom.
Yep.
All the time it takes. Well, I guess that's it. No more questions?
Yep,
No?
I guess no more questions. So stick around next week. Check out some of our other videos. Things have been slow on YouTube lately, so I'm going to kind of beg and plead to make sure to check out some of our other videos, help get the algorithm tricked into putting our stuff out. Usually January, February are slow months. So anything you guys can do to help push the channel would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for checking this out, as well as so much more of our other content. Check out 1620usa.com since we're going to be working with them. And again, congratulations to all the winners in the giveaway, and I'll be sending out an email here shortly. So we'll catch you guys next Monday. And again, thank you so much for checking it out, and we'll see you then.
Yes, how you set it up on the book.
All right.
But
Yeah, it's the end of the live, so
yeah.
remember that question for next week.
All right. See you later.
Yep, see you.